and 180 degrees above. And again that 180 degrees is divided into half by taking the perpendicular, that is 90 degrees and 90 degrees. Okay. Now all these angles are, if the measurements we know, so then the angles are separated like this. If the angle is this is the center point. So first starting, before the rotation, I don't have any angle. So 0 degree itself. Okay. And when I'm turning like this, till here it is forming 90 degrees angle. Yes. Till here to here, half of the 180, that is 90 degrees. And by completing rotation, completely it is forming 180 degrees angle. Because it is a straight line, so compulsory it is from 180 degrees. Sorry. This is half of circle, so 180 degrees. Circle making completely 360 degrees. In that 360, half of the straight line. Circle is making completely 360 degrees. And now I am dividing into half. The 360 degrees also divided into two parts. One part is 180, other part is 180, like this. Okay. Now this 180 again, so here till actually 0 degree, and now half is 180 degrees. So complete straight line measures 180 degrees. And in the 180 degrees again I am doing half. So then this one will measure 90 degrees. 90 plus 90. Okay. Now observe that for complete rotation, if rotation is finished, then complete angle is forming, that is 360 degrees. 180 plus 180, 360 degrees. Now observe it, at starting I don't have any angle. Both are at same point, means like this. Both the arms. When two arms are meeting at one common point, then only we are getting the angle. Yes or no? Now these two arms are meeting at this corner, then they are forming the angle. If there is no gap between two arms, then there is no angle. That angle is referred as 0 degrees. And its name, measure of 0 degree angle is 0 itself. 0 angle. 0 degree named as 0 angle. And next, 90 degrees also having the separate name. It is termed as right angle. 90 degrees is called as right angle. And 180 degrees is called as straight angle, because just observe it is forming a straight line. So 180 degrees is a straight angle. And 360 degrees when we are getting after the complete rotation. So it is termed as complete angle. Complete angle. Okay. 0 to 360 we have several numbers here. Between 0 and 90 we have so many numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 89. All those angles are named as acute angles. Acute angles. Whatever angles are there, 1 to 89. All those angles are called as acute angles. And more than 90 degrees. In between 90 and 180 are called as obtuse angles. Because here also we have some of the numbers 91 to 179. All those numbers called as obtuse angles. And the numbers from 181 to 359. All these angles are called as reflex angles. So just observe, 0 is having particular name, 90 degrees is having particular name, 180 degrees is having particular name, and 360 also. But the angles which are lesser than 90 degrees means the angle which is more than 0 and less than 90. That means 1 to 89. Every number is known as acute angle. So all those are angles. So many angles are there. Here only one angle is that say angle. 0 angle means but acute angle means 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degrees, any degrees less than 90 degrees we can call them as. And coming to obtuse angles, the angles which are lying between 90 to 180, that means 91 to 170, any number is comes under obtuse angles. And 360. That means 180 number is concentric. So remember, 0° in the sense zero angle only. It is having particular name. 90 degrees means right angle. Otherwise, right angle means 90 degrees itself. Straight angle is 180 degrees. Complete angle is 360 degrees. Acute angle is whatever number from of angles are mentioned. 0° is zero angle. 360 degrees is complete angle. 90 degrees is right angle. 180 degrees is straight angle. Angles between 0 to 90 are acute angles. 90 to 180 are obtuse angles. 180 to 360 are reflex angles. These are very, very important. If I am giving one of the numbers 35 degrees, so 35 degrees is which type of angle? Observe, it is lesser than 90, less than 90 degrees only, no? So it is comes under acute angle. Okay, if I have 172 degrees, 172 is between 90 to 180, so it is obtuse angle. And 260 degrees, 260 is more than 180, less than 360, so it is a reflex angle. Okay, so this is about the types of angles. Now, how many types of angles are there? Total 7 types. 0° is zero angle, 90 degrees is right angle, 180 is straight angle, and 360 is complete angle. Angles between 0 to 90 are acute angles, 90 to 180 are obtuse angles, and 180 to 360 are reflex angles. These are the 7 types of angles. When measures are given, then we can able to decide which type of angles are those. And now, if measures are did not mention, in that case, how we can form? See, actually, we have studied about angles, how to name when the arms are given O, A, and here B. So here angle mentioned is angle AOB, otherwise BOA. Is which type of angle? Are they given any measurement here? No. So how we can classify? When measures are given, I have given several types of angles. If it is lesser than 90, then we are calling it as acute angle. Now just observe, means that is depending on 90 or 180 or 360 degrees combination. So now observe here, I am first of all I am trying to draw its perpendicular. Perpendicular means which is making 90 degrees angle. See, I am taking any one of the arms, either OA or OB. Sides of this angle is OA and OB. So select any one of the arms and try to construct its perpendicular by using the protractor. See, perpendicular is nothing but compulsory it is in the shape of L. The letter L is example for perpendicular lines, means they are forming 90 degrees angle. So, if you are drawing a perpendicular for OA, we are getting like this, 90 degrees we are getting here. So this, whatever angle is mentioned here, observe this is the required another arm. Another arm is lying below this 90 degrees. Yes or no? Below 90. So below 90 is nothing but which type of angle it is? Acute angle. If I have the angle like this. Okay. Now observe. I have the angle in this way. Now just try to construct 90 degrees. Select any one of the arms. See, for this L shape is this. See, so then how much angle is formed? So it is a right angle. And I have for suppose then which type of angle it is? So as I told you, first of all, take any one of the arm and try to construct 90 degrees. So here this side is the arm. Compulsory I'll get L in this direction. Yes, sir. This is L. Means it is more than 90. More than 90 in the sense of obtuse angle. Okay. So this one we'll discuss later on. And before that, how to construct the angles and which instrument we are using. Now I hope you know what are the different types of angles. So total 7 types of angles we have: acute angle, obtuse angle, like that. Now just observe which instrument we are using to construct the angles. Construction of angles and how to construct also. So protractor, about protractor I am explaining now. Protractor which we are using to construct the angles and measure the angles. Now observe, for suppose I have the angle like this. I don't know what is the measure of this angle. Okay. So now I want to find out its measurement. To measure that angle, we have the instrument called protractor. Protractor is in semicircle shape. Half of the circle means how many degrees it is having? Only 180 degrees. Straight line, no. So 180 degrees. All those 180 degrees we have on the protractor. So about protractor, I'll tell. First of all, just observe that protractor we must place it to O. See, you will get one of the vertex in the protractor, common point. That point you must fix it where you want to find the angle. So at O, I need to fix the protractor, and down here one of the line you will get, that is 180 degrees. That should be on this base ray. So like this we must set the protractor. Protractor is like this now. This is 90 degrees line and this is 180 degrees line. Now observe, here this side we have, so it is lesser than 90 degrees, so compulsory it is acute angle. Okay. Now how we need to place and what are the different parts of the protractor we will see first, then you will understand easily. Observe this. If you have the instrument, take your protractor from your geometry box and check whatever I am telling. Observe this. You will get the protractor in the semicircular shape. That's why only 180 degrees are marked on the protractor. Observe the numbers. 0 to 180 you will get. And here, middle one of the point we will get like this one line, and like this one line we will get. This line, just now as I told you, it is starting at 0 and ending at 180 degrees because it is a straight line. And half of the straight angle is 90 degrees, that is right angle. Okay. Now observe this. Observe your protractor. You have 0 to 180 from one direction, again 0 to 180 above also. Two types they are mentioned the values. First of all, 0 to 180. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 10 degrees. 10 degrees. Like that we have 20 degrees, and between somewhat bigger one, that is 15. And here smaller lines will get 4, 4, 4, 4. Each line indicates 1 degree. Okay, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, and here 180. Between each of 10 degrees, you will get 10 smaller lines. All those 10 smaller lines, one line indicates 1 degree. So 0 to 180 we will get in clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction. That is right side to left side, anti-clockwise. Left to right is a clockwise direction. So we will see. And again they have 0 to 180, that side. Wherever you got 180, here we will get 0. 0 plus 180 is 180. And here we will get 10 degrees. 10 plus 170 is 180. 20. 20 plus 160 is 180. 30. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 plus 80, 180, and here again 90 degrees itself, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, and here 180. So like this, we have the different types of angles shown in the protractor, and you have some of the lines also. Like this, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this indications we have in our protractor. Okay, observe, this is completely about a protractor. Now, observe your protractor and check whatever I am telling. See, while we are constructing or measuring the angle, first of all, you need to keep, while you are measuring the angle, see, for suppose my angle is O, and here A, here B I have. Now, I want to find out O. So, where this protractor, you need to find O. Please place the intersecting point of 180 and 90 degrees, that is vertex point of protractor on the vertex of the required angle. So here vertex is O, yes or no? Here you need to place this vertex common point. You can place, but another condition also you must follow, that is this 0 degree or 180 degrees. You will get one of the line, base line. That line you must keep place on your arm, base arm. Here base arm is OA and vertex is O. Means 90 degrees and 180 degrees. Common point you must place at O, and this OA indicates 0 degree or 180 degree. Okay, observe this. Now because it is showing at right side, the right side 0, where we are getting 0, 10, like this, anti-clockwise direction. Right to left is anti-clockwise direction, left to right is a clockwise. Anti-clockwise, clockwise means, see, while you are getting, what is moving, hands of the clock we move in this direction, means left to right, yes or no? So left to right direction is a clockwise, and right to left direction is a anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. So if your arm is producing at right side, you need to move in anti-clockwise direction. That means down values. When we are talking about anti-clockwise direction, we need to take down values, where we are getting 0 starting point. Inner values, no? So those inner values we must take. And these upper values, while we are placing the protractor at the left side, that means if the protractor is, if the arm is rotating in clockwise rotation, in that case we must use upper values to find out the angle. Now observe, for this angle, OA is spreading in right side. That means it is moving in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction means I need to take inner values. Okay, so set your protractor first of all. How we need to set? 180 degrees on should be OA, and 90 degrees and 180 degrees common point on vertex. So like this we must set our protractor. This will be 90 degrees. So this 90 degrees. This is my protractor. Like this I must set. Now, so 0 degree, ray is lying at right side. I want to take down values. These are inner values. Inner values 0, 10, 20, 30. So for suppose it is like 0, 10, 20, 30, 35 for suppose. Here. This ray, this arm we are taking as base. Where this arm, another arm is lying, on which number it is lying on the protractor we must observe. So it is lying at 35 degrees for suppose. So angle O is equal to 35 degrees by using the protractor we found. If we are getting left side like this, O, A, B. Now base arm is OB. I'm taking OB as the base arm and I have to set the protractor at O. But now OB is spreading in left side. I must count the upper values. Upper values I must check. So if I am checking the upper values, for suppose like this, I have my protractor. I was checked. Now here 10, 20, 30, 40, like this I have for suppose. So this ray OA is lying at 40 degrees on the protractor. So that's why angle between OB and OA is 40 degrees. That's it. These are upper values. When we are taking the arm at left direction, we must take upper values. If the base arm is lying at spreading at right side, in that case we need to use inner values. Now coming to the protractor, we have the protractor in the semicircular shape. It is used to measure and construct the angles. On the protractor, we have completely 180 degrees. Those 180 degrees marked in clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction. And wherever those 2 point lines, 90 degrees and 180 degrees are intersecting, that point we have to take as common vertex. Each point denotes 1 degree. If the arm is spreading right side, use the inner values. If the arm is spreading left side, use the upper values. Right side means that arm is moving, rotating in anti-clockwise direction. And left side arm is there means that ray is moving in the clockwise direction. When you are using clockwise direction, use the upper values. For anti-clockwise direction, use the inner values. Okay. Now, for this, we have some of the points also. I'll show you. See, for suppose I have given anti-clockwise angle. Anti-clockwise. Like this I have shown. P, Q, R. So here what is the angle? Q. Okay. Now QR is moving at right side. So we need to use anti-clockwise direction. Means inner values we must count. Okay. So in the first step, we need to identify which type of angle it is. Just observe, it is lesser than 90 degrees. Means acute angle only, no? So we will see. Less than 90, whatever numbers we are getting, less than 90, all those are acute angles. See, it is not equal to 0 because some of the angle is there between QR and QP. So one angle is there and that is lesser than 90. So it is an acute angle. First of all, identify which type of angle it is. And secondly, place the protractor place the center point of the protractor. Center point of the protractor. Center point of the protractor on the vertex of the angle. That means in the second step, Q, R, P. What is the vertex for this angle? Q. Common center point of the protractor. So see, just observe. This is the center point. Yes or no? This point we have to place on Q. That is like this you will get actually. So it is 90 degrees. This point we have to place on Q. Okay. Now third point. Set the protractor properly. That means that is 180 degrees line. That 180 degrees line of protractor. 180 degrees line of protractor must be on the base arm. The base arm of the angle. So for this, what I am showing, observe this. This is my angle Q. Here I have given R, P. So it is how we are setting now. Set the protractor. This is 180 degrees or 0 degrees line. Okay. And this is the common vertex, that is 90 degrees. Now I have set my protractor in this way. Now it is moving at a anti-clockwise direction. So I need to take down values. Now fourth point, observe the other arm of angle Q. So observe the other arm of angle Q is, so other arm is QP, is showing which point, which number on the protractor. Observe other arm of angle Q is showing which scale on the protractor. Otherwise, observe the scale. Observe the scale on the protractor. That shows the protractor. That shows the other arm of required angle. So here angle Q is I am mentioning. This is my first base. I have set the protractor here. Now I am observing QP where it is lying on the protractor. So observe the scale means at which scale it is stopped on the protractor. That shows the other arm of angle Q. So this QP is showing other arm. Okay, other arm of angle Q, and where it is lying. So compulsory it is 90 degrees, lesser than 90. Acute angle only you will get. For suppose it is 30 degrees. This point is showing 30 degrees. That is, therefore, angle Q is equal to 30 degrees. Is measured by using the protractor in the clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction. See, whenever they are asking about anti-clockwise direction, if the arm is spreading at the right side if you have, you need to measure inner values. You need to take and measure the inner values. So here 0, 10, 20, 30 for suppose. 0, 20, 10, 20, 30 degrees my answer. So now it is this another arm is lying on the 30 degrees line. So my angle Q is 30 degrees. Same way for anti-clockwise clockwise rotation. So what we have to do? First of all, observe which type of angle is shown. See, here also less than 90 degrees. So it is also acute angle. And now place the center point of the protractor at the vertex of the angle. After that, what we have to do? Set 180 degrees on the arm, base arm. This is my base arm. So I need to find where the another arm is lying on the protractor. So where does the other arm? See this arm where it is lying. While I am moving in the clockwise rotation, I need to take upper values. Okay, upper values. So then by observing, means like this I must set the protractor, upper values 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. So here for this arm is lying at 40 degrees. That means angle between these two arms is 40 degrees by using the clockwise rotation. While you are calculating using anti-clockwise rotation, take the inner values. When you are calculating with the, if you have the angle in left direction, in that case use upper values, that is clockwise angle. Okay. Now observe the hands of the clock. what are the different types of angles are formed between the hands of the clock. For suppose, now observe is 12, 3, 6, 9, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. Observe these are the numbers shown in the clock. Now I am showing one of the sometime showing. Just observe. For suppose now hands of the clock are like this. Which angle are they forming? See, just observe. If I have like this, now I want to mention this angle. Okay. Observe these two hands like this we have. Is this clockwise rotation or anti-clockwise rotation? Observe. If I am taking this way, so it is anti-clockwise rotation. Now observe this angle, compulsory. Consider 90 degrees for this base line. This is lesser than 90. So it is an acute angle. Okay. If I am taking this one as the base, now I want to use a clockwise direction. That means upper values I need to mention. So that means for this I will get 90 degrees in this way. If I am placing the protractor 90 degrees, I will get here. So it is lesser than 90 only now again. So again acute itself. So just think which one you are taking as the base. If you are taking base in anti-clockwise rotation, take the inner value. If you are taking the base in anti-clockwise direction, then clockwise rotation, in that case use upper values. Clockwise upper values, anti-clockwise inner values. Now, so which type of angle is forming if the hands of the clock is showing this type? So it is an acute angle because lesser than 90. See, this is my base arm now. For this 90 degrees is this one. So this arm, another arm is below 90 degrees. So it is an acute angle. Now for suppose I have hands of the clock like this. 12:30. Now which angle is forming between these two hands? Just observe. Straight line, no this one. So how much angle is forming? Straight angle. So like these different types of questions also we have between the hands of the clock, which of the angles are forming, and next between when measures are given, how to classify the angles and how to construct. Just now I have explained how to measure the angles. I have explained. Now we will see how to construct the angles. Construction of angles using protractor. And here units of angles are degrees. We will see. For suppose I have given 35 degrees. 35 degrees is which type of angle? Acute angle, lesser than 90 degrees. No, I want to construct 35 degrees by using the protractor. So remember here we will get two types of questions. First observe. In case of line segments, how we are measuring the length? Basic unit of length is meters. So line segments means maybe it is centimeters itself. Meters, centimeters, like that we will get. So units of line segments is centimeters, basic unit. And the instrument which we are using to construct and measure the line segments is scale. And to compare two line segments, we are using divider. That is about three different how line segments are measured, what are the units of line segments. Coming to construction of angles or measurement of angles. In that case, protractor is the device which we are using to construct and measuring the angles, protractor. And what are the units of angles? Degree. So 0, this above like this indication denotes degrees. Okay. Units of angles is degree. And which instrument we are using to measure the angles? That is a protractor. Protractor is in which shape? Semicircular shape. So that is about a different topic. Now observe 35 degrees I want to construct by using the protractor. For that, first of all, take ray, construct any ray, A, B, I have taken. A, B. Now I am taking AB in right direction. Yes or no? Means anti-clockwise rotation. Anti-clockwise rotation means which angles I need to consider? Inner values or upper values? Inner values I must consider. How many degrees I need to construct 35 degrees? For that sake, first of all, set your protractor at A. As we told, common point of protractor on the vertex and 0 degree or 180 degrees line. 0 or 180 degrees line is a AB. Ray AB on the vertex A and 0 degree or 180 degrees line is an AB. So set your protractor line. Set the protractor. Common point of the protractor should be on A and baseline 0 degree or 180 degrees line should be on AB. So how I'll get the protractor? I'll get like this. Here 90 degrees and it is 0 and 180 degrees. Because here 180 degrees, this AB is spreading in anti-clockwise rotation. It is moving in anti-clockwise rotation. I want to take down values. How many degrees I need to construct? 35. So on the protractor, where 35 degrees is there? 0, inner values, okay? 0, 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 40 degrees. Between 30 and 40, you will get fifth line, that is 35 degrees. So mention that point 35 degrees, mention with the pencil and remove your scale protractor. Using your scale, join A and that point. So name this point as C. Join AC by using your scale. Now angle BAC measures 35 degrees. You can construct in clockwise direction also, no problem. So while you are constructing the clockwise direction, what you have to do, set the protractor at common point of protractor at vertex and 0 or 180 degrees line on base ray, that I am taking A, B, C here. So on AB we must set the protractor properly. Now because this AB is spreading in left side, we need to take upper values 0, 10, 30, 35. So at 35, mark the point and draw that, use scale to join AC. So now angle BAC is equal to 35 degrees in clockwise rotation, anti-clockwise and clockwise rotation. Now coming to the example problem. Okay, observe this question. Which angle is greater and measure? So just observe by seeing, we can't able to. Just it is lesser than angle 1 is lesser than 90, angle 2 also lesser than 90. Both are acute angles. This is clear. But which angle is greater? They are asking. Greater in the sense compulsory we must know their measures also. So first of all, find out the angles by using the protractor. So to measure angle 1, place the protractor at angle vertex, common point of the protractor at vertex, and set at the right side. That 0 degree or 180 degrees you must show on the baseline. Now because it is right side, inner values we have to take. So inner values, how many degrees you got? For suppose it is 30 degrees. For suppose This arm is lying at 30 degrees. So angle 1 equal to 30 degrees. Now try to find out angle 2 also. You will get a 30 degrees itself. Why I am telling it like that? Just observe, go through with the measurements. Take your protractor and mention those two angles. I took 30. Maybe you will not get 30. You will get more than 30 or lesser than 30. I don't know. But you will get equal angles. So this one, angle 1 and angle 2 equally you will get. Why I am saying this? Just observe these two rays. Ray is nothing but what? Starting point is there, but there is no ending point. Means instead of this, we can extend this portion. And this arm also we can extend. Yes or no? See, we are finding the angle where the vertex is there. Now here angle 1 is 30, angle 2 also 30 itself. Why I am telling this? We are finding the angle here. If you are extending the rays, there is no problem for the that shows that never reflects on the angle. Means, for suppose I have angle here x, 10 degrees I have, for suppose. And I am extending these arms, these rays I am extending. Even though it is having 10 degrees only, not more than 10. Remember, if I am showing angle here means that is not more than 10. It is also equal to 10 degrees itself. Because we are able to measure here only. ఇక్కడ ఇండికేషన్ ఇచ్చినా ఇక్కడ ఇండికేషన్ ఇచ్చినా అది 10 degrees. ఎందుకంటే మనం ఇక్కడే ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసేది యాంగిల్. రే అంటే ఇక్కడ లైన్ ఆరో మార్క్ ఉంది అంటే అది ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, see for suppose 15 degrees I have it. Now next figure also, I have 15 degrees, but these rays are extended. Rays are extended. Even though rays are extended, there is no problem with the angle. Okay, if you are extending the rays, that never shows any change on the angle. Okay, ఇప్పుడు OAB, ray OA, OB, if OA and OB are extending further also, there is no problem for angle 1. Same way here also, angle 2 is 30 degrees itself. Here also, if you are keeping the angle symbol here, even though that is 30 degrees itself, because here we can't able to set the protractor. Here only we have to find the angle with the protractor. Yes or no? So what is the reason? Which is angle is greater? Both angles are equal. Angle 1 equal to angle 2 equal to 30 degrees. Both are same. Because if we are extending the arms of the angle, that does not affect the value of angle. So here extension not given. Here angles are shown, just arms are somewhat given, but here extended the arms of the angle. That's it. Okay. Next question. So these are you have to do with your protractor. I'll explain along that. Just construct in your notes by using the protractor and scale. So observe the first question, second example. Which are acute angles? Find and write their measures. Find and write their measures also. See. Observe these angles. They have shown different types of angles. Angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They did not mention their measurements. If they are mentioned, it is very easy to identify which are acute and which are obtuse, like that. We can easily classify when the measurements are given. But here they are not given the measures. They are given figures. So for that case, we need to find out the measures first. Without the measures also, we can able to say which type of angles are this. See, angle 1 is very clear that select any one of the arms in your textbook only. Try to construct it perpendicular, means L shape. Okay, it is lesser than 90 degrees, no? So first one is acute angle. Okay, coming to second one. Even for this, I am using this one as the baseline. For that, I am drawing 90 degrees. See this, like this. Even though this arm also inside the first, inside the 90 degrees. So it is also a acute angle because lesser than 90 degrees. Coming to third question, I am using this one as base. Okay, now try to construct 90 degrees by using your protractor. Again, I will get L shape like this. Now observe the other arm of the angle. It is more than 90 degrees. More than 90 degrees in the sense it is an obtuse angle. Okay. And coming to the fourth one. See, just observe, they only given the indication in L shape. So it is 90 degrees. Right angle. Okay. And coming to fifth one. Observe here, select any one of the arm and try to construct a 90 degrees line. So this is L shape. Now it is another arm of the angle is lesser than 90, so it is an acute angle. What is the question? Which are acute angles? First one, second one, and fifth one are acute angles. Find and write their measures also. Till now, I did not mention their measurements. To find out their measurements, we have to use protractor. So how we will use the protractor? Now observe. Take your protractor, select any one of the arms, either this arm or this arm. Select any one of the sides. Okay. Set your protractor here. Now just observe. Till now we have constructed the angles which we have the base like this. Okay, properly. But now the base is like this. Means set your protractor on this line. Select any one of the arms, either this one or this one. So now I am using this line. So another arm is at the right side. Means we have to place the protractor in this way. Okay. And 90 degrees it should be on the vertex. Like this we must do. So this construction I will show tomorrow. Just identify there which type of angles are this. Because here less than 90 degrees acute angle, here also less than 90 degrees acute angle, more than 90 degrees obtuse angle, equal to 90 right angle, lesser than 90 acute angle. These measurements we will discuss in the next class. Now one more question is given, which are obtuse angles. So here they did not ask to measure the angles. Obtuse angle. For measurements compulsory we need to have protractor. And my first picture is like this given. Secondly, and third question. Okay, observe the angles here. First angle, observe the, try to construct it perpendicular. Perpendicular in the sense 90 degrees, that shows L shape. Already several, remember this L shape measures 90 degrees compulsory. Wherever you are getting L shape, all those are shows 90 degrees between these two arms. Now, here my two arms are this one and this one. I am constructing L shape just to draw the perpendicular for this. So observe it is 90 degrees. Now I have used the baseline, this one. Where the other arm is lying for this 90 degrees? Inside or out of 90 degrees? Out of 90 degrees. Out of 90 degrees means more than 90. That's why it is a obtuse angle. Just what are they asking? Which are obtuse angles? So first one is obtuse angle. Coming to second one. See, they are indicated. This one as a L shape. Means it is how much measure? 90 degrees. 90 degrees means which angle? Right angle. Okay. Now coming to the third problem. Take any one of the arc. I am selecting this arc and I am try to draw 90 degrees. Now another arm is more than 90 degrees, so it is an obtuse angle. Coming to fourth one, select any one of the arm and construct L shape. So here lesser than 90, so it is an acute angle. And coming to this one, it is more than 180. Just observe, more than 180 means reflex angle. Okay. So here no need to mention measure their values. Okay. Just we need to state which are obtuse. First one and the third one are obtuse angles. Remaining second one is right angle. Fourth one is acute angle. Fifth one is more than 180. So it is a reflex angle.